a large body of land, some 12 miles in length on the coast of South Carolina. It is surrounded on all sides by water at the entrance to a most magnificent deep-water port. The earth is good.
Now, my people know been here more than 300 years.
Able to support a wide variety of crops.
And you know how them people bring we here? They bring we here in boats.
Sweet potatoes.
And we plant indigo and we plant corn. But
rice,
the biggest thing we plant is cotton. Now, it's been the 7th day of November in 1861. I've been out there, been walking the field, and I hear a noise. I ain't know where it been. I thought it been a thunder. But it ain't been no thunder. That noise been a freedom. Freedom. Oh, it been a coming across the water. Freedom. Yes, sir. Been coming through that cotton field. Yes, sir. It been a freedom. Oh, and all I could have studied about that, them people ain't gonna lick me no more. So I broke off and I started for a run. Oh, I left that cotton field right there. I dropped the hoe and I left that field right there. Now, there been a fight over yonder on Bay Pint, and I could have heard it shooting, and they been a coming close. Now, the Confederate General Thomas Drayton been yonder to Fort Walker, and now his own brother, Percival Drayton, come against him for fight him, and he had 13,000 federal soldiers with him. Yes, sir. Now, after the battle been over, Hilton Head now been in the federal hand, and all of me people know they been coming from all about up that mainland yonder coming to Hilton Head. Now, that put one screen on the federal troop them, because the people, there been so much people, they ain't been know what for do with the people. Then now some of them people ain't been like black people know how, but then they been coming for freedom. Yes, sir, and they couldn't figure out what for do with we. No, sir. Anyhow, they tell we now, say, we been gonna get paid if we walk. Yes, sir, now we feel like we be free, but they still say we been a slave. Now, General Hunter been in charge of the army here on the island, and in May 1862, he declared now say we all be free. But Pa Lincoln sent word for say, General Hunter ain't had no authority for make we free. They call we country bad a war. So General Hunter figure, say since we gonna be hanging around the camp here, say the man them should have learned for be soldier. So he gonna know for prepare them now for how they gonna be free and how they gonna fight for the Union. So he set up one colored regiment called the 1st South Carolina Volunteer. Then he draft every black man he could have find. And later on, now he let some of them go back home. Now the army still ain't know how we been gonna live. They build barracks and things for we, but they ain't walk tall. No, sir. Now, General Mitchel come here in September for take over from General Hunter and for handle the situation. Before the war, General Mitchel been a college professor in astronomy up yonder in Ohio. And when the war started, they put him in charge of the federal troops now in Tennessee and Alabama. Now, he come down to Hilton Head from New York. He couldn't see we future a bit better than we. He ain't know how we been gonna fare off, but him believe in we. And he tell we say, it seems to me
that there is a new time coming for you colored people. A better day is dawning for you oppressed and downtrodden blacks. I don't know that is true, but I hope that the door is being opened for your deliverance.
Now it been October, and General Mitchel ordered construction of a village for we. And he say,
the gang of 50 men are building your houses at the rate of 6 a week. These houses are to make you more comfortable. You are to have a patch of ground which you can call your own, to raise your own garden truck.
We ain't be hardly moving good before we be start for plantator.
And you must have flowers in your gardens and blossoms before your doors. You will see in a little while how much happier you will be made.
Now, General Mitchel ain't been here 6 weeks good before he got sick, and the man had the fever. Now, he got General Brannan for take over for him till he be feel better. And on the first day of November, General Brannan sent a message to the troop.
The 10th Army Corps will learn with regret of the death of its commander, Major General O.M. Mitchel, who departed this life at 6:30 o'clock on the evening of the 30th of October, 1862, at Beaufort, South Carolina.
That way they gonna keep his body now till it be time for send him back to New York where they gonna bury him. Oh, that been a sad time around here. Yes, sir. But we have to keep on working. Our place eventually became known as Mitchellville. Now we be done feel like we be free, but now the time come now we go sure enough be free. Or we had one big party, and we had the party there now to the camp for the colored troop, and that way the proclamation been go read so all of we could hear.
On the first day of January, in the year of our Lord 1863, all persons held as slaves within any state or designated part of a state, the people whereof shall be in rebellion against the United States, shall be then, thenceforward, and forever free.
And oh, when we hear that word free forever, oh, my people just start for sing and clap and shout and thing. Oh, we had one good time because we be free. Now, we ain't had too much time for celebrate, no sir, because we had work for do. Before he died, General Mitchel say,
Good colored friends, you have a great work to do, and you are in a position of responsibility. The whole North, all the people in the free states, are looking at the experiment now being tried in your behalf with the deepest interest.
Now we know we been gonna do good. Yes, sir. We build store for sell things for the house and things and all kind of other things. And we gonna be town people. Had we own sheriff and we gonna elect we own councilman and had we own mayor. Yes, sir. Abraham Murchison been the mayor, and him been one Baptist preacher come from Savannah yonder. And we built 3 church in Mitchellville. Oh, we had plenty faith, yes, sir. And we know we gonna be delivered because God been with me.
When I was about 10 years old, I told my parents I wanted to be a real part of the church and take communion. They tied a string around my head so everybody could see I wanted to go the right way. Everybody smiled when they saw the string. They knew it was important. My parents sent me out into the wilderness 3 times a day, before sunrise, at midday, and after dark. I had dreams, and eventually I dreamed of a neighbor of ours, and my parents talked to her about becoming my spiritual teacher. From then on, I told my dreams to her. Then I dreamed I was in the woods, and I saw a sparkle. I could tell it was something really valuable. When I told my spiritual teacher about it, she understood I had found it, true religion. She recommended me to the church deacons, and they asked me a bunch of questions. They decided I was ready, and the church accepted me. I was baptized in the river, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Now, in them days, we used the church for our church, but we used the church for school too. Now, Mitchellville been the first town in the whole state where it been a law for them children to go school. Now, plenty of the old people we want to go school too, because they ain't been want the children for no more in them. Now, the teacher them start for come down out of the battle on Hilton Head, then teacher start for come down in the spring. And the army people, they ain't been like them people too much. They call the people Gideonites because the people been so anxious for we learn. But see, we be trust them people because them people been going to give we what we never had. Now the teacher and the preacher them help we for understand, and they tell we say things been going to get better, but it be still hard. One of the teacher been named Liza Summers. She talk about it in a letter back home, and she say,
Tuesday evening, a little child about 2 years old died of consumption. It lived between here and the schoolhouse and has been to school every day until yesterday. The funeral was today. The coffin was made like any box, with a board nailed on the top with 7 10-penny nails. Julia read a chapter for them, then one of the men made a prayer, and all formed in a procession and marched to the grave singing, a man going first carrying the coffin on his head. The box was lowered while they were singing, and a walking stick placed upon it. Then each one went around to the grave and took a handful of earth and threw it in, then formed in a procession and marched back to the house singing, Alas, and did my Savior bleed, and did my Sovereign die? In front of the house stood a washtub filled with water, and hanging on a nail above it was a piece of bed ticking for a towel. Each one went up and washed their hands, wiped them on the towel, then went back to their homes or to the field to work.
Now we work ain't been changed much from slavery to freedom, but little by little things start for change. Now after the war been over and the army been gone, some of the people left Mitchellville now and start for move boat on other part of the island. They start for buy land and things, but they use their own money. Mitchellville job gone when the army gone. So then we start for do patchwork, start for make we own little farm, and what we do, we take we farm them and put one by the other one. And then we had the fish, and we had all kind of other seafood, the thing to eat most every day.
We'd just walk over to the river and fish. The water brought us here, gave us food. All these creeks around here, Broad Creek, Skull Creek, May River, Colleton, and all the others, they were our roads, took us where we needed to go. If one of us drowned, we buried them so the tide could wash over their grave. When it's my time to go, don't choke me on the dust. Bury me near the water's edge, so I can dip my toes from time to time. Amen.
Now the same way the ocean rise up on that beach, it go back down the same way. First we've been a slave, then we've been free, then we've been a slave, now we free. We've been a stay on the land, then we had to turn right around and give the land back to the one who gave 'em to we. Yes, sir. Little by little, the land start to slip away from we. Now it start with just a little bit of outsiders. Some people from north come and they buy a big piece of land for use for them for hunt on. And they come in boat, because that been the only way they could have get here too. Then in 1956, they built a bridge to the mainland. So now plenty people can come. Now some of them people want to build neighborhood. Now we can't hardly get to the place where we people bury at for go see them when we ready. Now ain't too much of my people there now. Now the tax on the land done gone up so, tell plenty of the people now done move and gone up north. Now it seem like the tide done gone out. Now it seem like they done forget about Mitchellville. What will happen to it? Well, I look now, and I can see that tide coming back in. But the history is here, even if it's covered by dirt. We have touched this place, and it reaches back to us. Now, what's never happen? What's never come later? Ain't gonna change a thing. Ain't gonna change what done happen. Ain't gonna change where we come from. And ain't gonna change how we live. And what it been like for the 13th Amendment, even much for the Emancipation Proclamation, to get that first taste of freedom. And what does freedom taste like? It tastes just like a sweat and gunpowder.
I shall watch everything closely respecting this experiment. It is something to be permanent, more than for a day, more than for a year. Upon you depends whether this mighty result shall be worked out and the day of Jubilee come to God's ransomed people.
For sinners stand the trembling.